very messy. Set. It is. Hi everyone, so we're back for part 2 of the DCA Food and Wine Festival. We're actually here a little bit early. The marketplaces don't open until 10:30, so we're just gonna walk around a bit, maybe get some other food. So we'll be back at 10:30 to try all the food that the Food and Wine Festival has to offer. So we'll see you in a bit. And then can I also get the California Artisan Cheese Plate, the Celebration Chocolate Fudge Brownie, the Beef and Barley Poutine, the Cubano Slider. And we're back. So it was 10:30 and all the marketplaces open. So we just got back from Nuts About Cheese. Here they actually have 3 options for you and some alcoholic drink, but I didn't get that because I don't really drink alcohol too much. So first we have the Petite Burrata. It is a grilled ciabatta with tomato and olive jam, burrata cheese, pesto, and freeze-dried balsamic. I don't really know how that's freeze-dried. It looks like it's liquid form, so maybe just melt it. It's pretty hot today, so let's try this one out. Burrata is really good. I wasn't really sure about the tomato and olive jam because I don't really eat olives too much, but it's a good contrast with the burrata. The ciabatta, it is grilled, but it did start getting a little bit soggy because all the pesto, if you can see, all the pesto was dripping on it. But this is very good. For my first bite of the day, this is a very good start. Next, we have the crackers and cheese right here. And it is a house-made herb cracker with white cheddar infused fromage blanc, spicy salami spread, and cherry jam. I guess it's just a constructed cheese board since it has all the components of like a cheese charcuterie board. Very messy, everything kind of just squirted out. But the cheese is good. It's the white cheddar infused fromage blanc. That's really good. And the cherry jam is really good too. I do taste a little bit of the salami. It's not very spicy. I don't think it's very spicy, but maybe it was like cooled down because of the cheese. But this is actually really good. I would eat this like deconstructed because this is if you see, it's very messy. Everything kind of just fell out of it. And now what I'm really looking forward to is the Mickey Mouse macaron, the Snickers macaron right here. It's so huge. Look how big it is. I mean, I can't compare it to my hand, but typically macarons are like maybe just the size of an ear. So this one's actually really big. And it is a chocolate Mickey macaron filled with caramel ganache and Snickers bar pieces. So I really love macarons. And Snickers, I'm not too big of a fan of chocolate, but Snickers are my second favorite like candy bar after Reese's. So I'm really looking forward to trying this one out and seeing how it tastes. I wouldn't really say it tastes like a Snickers. I mean, it's chocolate. You do taste a little bit of it. There is a hint of it. It's very sweet. I mean, for me, it's very sweet because, as I said, I'm not too big of a chocolate person. But this one's really good. I don't know if I would be able to eat the whole thing because it's pretty sweet for me. One ear is good enough, and this will be something that I probably eat throughout the day because we are trying a lot of desserts today. So we also went to Uncork, California, where they have the California Artisan Cheese Plate. It comes with Marin French cheese, which I don't really know which one that is, and then jalapeno triple cream brie, which I guess this one is. That always looks like brie. Fiscalini Farmstead Purple Moon Cheddar, which is this one, and then craft beer cheddar. I'm not sure which one else that is. And then it comes with grapes, some dried apricots, and then some walnuts, and it looks like cranberries right there. And then they also give you some crackers right here. So let's go ahead and try each one of these. I'm not sure which one this is, but I'm guessing this is probably the craft beer cheese. It doesn't taste like beer. Is it supposed to taste like beer? But cheese is always good. And then this one is the Purple Moon cheddar. I've never seen purple on the cheese, so maybe it's a specialty. Okay, and then now we have the brie right here. We'll try it on a cracker since it's supposed to be soft. So I really like cheese boards. So I do like this. I mean, I get why they have it because it's a food and wine festival and cheese really goes really well with wine. But if you're not too much of a fan, I think you could probably skip this because it's just, you know, cheeses, crackers, and then some fruit. So the other thing that they had was the Celebration chocolate fudge brownie. And it is a gooey chocolate brownie with pecans, topped with chocolate pecan glaze, and finished with chocolate pearls and silver stars. So look at that. So let's go ahead and try this one. Oh, it's a little melty. Oh, this is actually a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Okay. Yeah, this is a very hard brownie. Like I'm putting a lot of pressure on it, and I can barely, just doesn't really taste like, the consistency doesn't feel like a brownie. It's actually pretty hard. It's very chocolatey. So it's chocolate on chocolate, like chocolate glaze on a chocolate brownie with chocolate pearls. As I mentioned earlier, I'm not like a huge lover of chocolate. It's not like my go-to dessert or anything like that. But if you really love chocolate, this is probably the dessert for you since it's just chocolate on chocolate on chocolate. Got back from Berry Patch, and it's 2 more desserts. So this one will be our 3rd dessert. It is the cheesecake right here. It's the Kenny's Family Cheesecake topped with mixed berry compote. So I'm actually a really big fan of cheesecake, so I'm looking forward to trying this and seeing how it tastes. So let's dig in. Good. So I thought it might be too sweet because of the berry compote, but I guess the berries they use are a little bit more more tarts, and so it's not as sweet as I thought it would be, which is a good contrast to the cheesecake. The cheesecake isn't overly sweet as well. It's a pretty like a thick cheesecake. It's not one of those like really, I don't want to say smooth, but it's kind of like they seem like it's like melting type of cheesecake. So it's a sturdier cheesecake. This is really good. Big fan of cheesecake. Big fan of this one too. But as I said earlier, we're going to be trying a lot of desserts, so I'm probably not going to finish this. I will take this home probably along with the other desserts. So tip, I brought some Ziploc bags because I knew we were going to be trying a lot of desserts. So I brought some Ziploc bags to put all of these in so I can eat them at home and then save them for maybe later today or for tomorrow. So, good cheesecake. If you like cheesecake, definitely get this one. So also from Berry Patch, we have the blueberry buttermilk pie right there. And there's no description on it, but I would say that this kind of looks like a pancake pie. Like it looks like a very thick pancake with blueberries inside and then some whipped cream on the top. So let's go try this one out. I like the pie crust. Very good pie crust. I'm not sure really what makes it buttermilk. It does taste like kind of like a custard, like a thicker custard inside, right here. And then the berries are good too. The blueberries. surprisingly, this one was a good one too. So that's our 4th dessert. So it's good to, hopefully next one we have is not dessert and actual food this time. So as I mentioned, see, I brought a little Ziploc bag to store all my food that I probably will eat later, because too much sweet isn't really good for me. It will probably upset my stomach. And so now we have Delish. The first one we have is this one right here. It is the beef and barley poutine. It is potato bites with braised beef short rib, cheese curds, stout gravy, and lager micro sponge. I'm guessing it's this one right here. That's the sponge. So I'm glad it's food this time and not dessert, since it's a lot of sweet stuff right now. So we'll go ahead and get some of the beef and some of the tater tots and some of the sponge and some of the sauce. Good, good. Some of the, it's a little strange, some of the meat isn't that shredded. Like this piece right here is like really big, but then we have some other shredded pieces right there. The sauce is good, the meat's good. It's a good change from all the desserts that I've been eating right now. And I like that it's a tater tot, because it holds more of the sauce and it doesn't get like overly soggy, which I really like, since I don't really like my foods too soggy. And what is this sponge? It says it's stout gravy and lager micro sponge. Is it just kind of like bread? Like bread that they, broken up pieces of bread? It's good bread though. I would probably eat this bread on its own. Good. This is good. Good change from everything else that I've been eating. Okay, now we have the Cubano slider. It's a slow roasted mustard crusted pork and sliced smoked ham with melted Swiss cheese and a pickle on a Hawaiian roll. Man, look how big this pickle is. Let me see if I could zoom in. It's almost the same size as this bun. It's a big pickle. So let's try it. So right away, the Hawaiian roll is a little stale because it's kind of hard, unless it doesn't look like it's toasted. So yeah, it's just a little bit stale. I mean, maybe it's just mine, but because of this pickle right there, it's so huge. I can't tell if the camera's getting it. But because the pickle is so huge, all I'm really tasting is pickle. I haven't really gotten anything else. I haven't tasted the ham or the cheese. So let's try it without the pickle. Okay, now I'm definitely tasting the ham now. Juicy. The cheese is good. That mustard crusted pork, I guess it's shredded pork right here, good as well. The yellow doesn't really look that appetizing, but it's actually really good. It's just really a good sandwich. I mean, maybe if I cut off the pickle in half, it might be a little bit better, because that first bite was all really just pickle. But this one's good. So both two items from Delish were delish. So we just got back from LA Style, and they have 2 offerings as well, and then also I got a drink. So this is actually the only drink that I got for today. Echo cooler, as you can see right there. It is a Ceylon and raspberry rose tea, raspberry puree, lychee and rose syrups, and lime juice garnished with a lime wheel. So there's the lime wheel right there. So let's see how this tastes. Let me stir it, just in case it's good. I can taste a little bit of the rose. I can't really taste the raspberry, I don't think, and just a little hint of lime. So it's actually really hot today compared to the last time we were here where it was really windy. This is actually really good right now since I'm kind of just sitting in the sun right now. Next we have the glazed barbecue pork belly. So there it goes right there. So you can't really go wrong with pork belly, and this one is a glazed pork belly with furikake togarashi mac salad. But right off the bat, I'm a little bit disappointed because if you see the pork belly, I think they gave me one with just all fat. So there's like not really any meat on it. So we'll see how that goes. I know some people really like the fat of the pork belly, but I mean, I would still like some meat. So look, I have like just this much meat on mine, and then the rest is all just like the fat part. Oh, there's a little bit more meat as well. Blood mac and cheese. It's like reminiscent of like the Hawaiian style mac and cheeses. It's good. Let's try this pork belly. And then try the one that hasn't as much fat. Even though I got mostly fat, it's still really good. As I said, you can't really go too wrong with pork belly. Having them together would probably be a really good combo. Now we have the Impossible Euro-inspired naan. So it's that one. I don't want to tilt it too much, but it is a Euro-inspired flatbread featuring Impossible ground beef with chipotle hummus, tzatziki, and spiced crispy chickpeas. So let us go have it. This is actually surprisingly pretty heavy. Not as heavy as the Nachos mac and cheese one, but this one actually has a little bit of weight to it. Okay, that was surprisingly spicy. Like it hits you right away versus the other ones where it kind of like slowly builds up to it. But this one just like punch you in the face spicy. I mean, not overly spicy. I would give this maybe a 5-6 on the spiciness level. Oh, but it just went into the back of my throat right now. Now I'm really glad I have this drink. But very good. The naan is really crispy, so it holds it up really well. The Impossible meat, once again, can't really tell that it's Impossible meat, but it's very good. And the crispy chickpeas give it a real good bite to it. Okay, and then we also got food from I Love Artichoke, so right next to each other, the LA style and I Love Artichoke, so it's easy to get both of them at the same time. We have the artichoke pizzette. It is artichoke and roasted garlic cream cheese with sun-dried tomatoes, pickled onions, and lemon olive oil drizzled microgreens. They're not very micro, the greens are pretty big, but I actually really love artichokes on pizza, so this is kind of right up my alley. Let's see how it goes. This one's has some weight to it too. As I said, I like artichokes on my pizza. When I order pizza, I get a custom pizza and put artichokes in it. So this is actually really good for me. It's pretty light. Like, I mean, the weight's heavy, but the flavoring's really light. I really like it. It doesn't feel like super heavy, whereas regular pizza, it does feel heavy, probably because of the naan. I'm guessing this is naan. And artichoke's light flavor, and then the cheese is also light in flavor. So I would order this as a pizza, like a whole pizza. And the last thing that we got from I Love Artichokes is the artichoke toast with olive tapenade. So it's a toasted sliced baguette with artichoke cream cheese, topped with olive and artichoke tapenade, and drizzled with olive oil. Let's see. So even though I love artichokes, I don't love olives. So we'll see how I'll like this one. I don't even know how to bite this one. The baguette's really hard. Like, I had a really time biting it. Like, I'm squeezing this one and I can't like even break it apart. So it's actually really hard to eat. It's very strong olive taste. So that's kind of like really overpowering. Honestly, not my favorite because, I'm not that big of a fan of olives. And I can't really taste the artichoke. So I'll definitely get the pizzette. I'd probably pass on this one as well. Let me try the cream cheese. I didn't really get much cream cheese on here. Oh, I really can't bite the bread. Like, it's very hard, so I can't really taste anything that's on that bread. So, probably a pass for me.
It's funny, people still get mad at me. No, my phone. I'm like, it's still a credit card.